over that graduation lady. Okay, so Biden. The judge limits Biden administration contact with social media firms, since we talking about social media. The ruling and order are the latest developments in a long-running lawsuit spearheaded by the Republican-led states. A federal judge in Louisiana ruled Tuesday that the Biden administration likely violated the First Amendment by censoring unfavorable views on social media over the course of the coronavirus pandemic, calling the efforts Orwellian. U.S. District Court Judge Terry Doughty also issued a sweeping preliminary injunction barring numerous federal officials and agencies, including the Surgeon General, the Health and Human Services Secretary, the White House Press Secretary, and all employees of the Justice Department and FBI from having any contact with social media firms for the purpose of discouraging or removing First Amendment protected speech. The ruling order from the judge, an appointee of former President Donald Trump, are the latest developments in a long-running lawsuit spearheaded by the Republican-led states, alleging that Biden's administration pressured social media companies to remove posts containing purported misinformation about the coronavirus, the election security, and other issues. So this goes back to, do you feel that the president and his administration have the right to call Facebook or Instagram or any of these social media places and say, I don't like that story that you wrote. It's misinformation. You need to take it down.
The president, or you mean the government in general?
The government, the president, his administration.
Oh, well, didn't they do that with COVID?
That's what they're saying. Coronavirus.
Lies were put out about the virus and other information that could be wrong and misled. I don't know, because when you're dealing with a fake media like Trump says.
It says the Justice Department has argued in the case that federal officials engaging with social media companies were simply encouraging them to police their platforms, and that the official speech in doing so was protected by the First Amendment. The federal officials have denied engaging in threats of coercion to force the companies to deplatform certain speech or speakers. So he's saying, I never tell y'all to take certain people down. I'm saying I'm only telling you to take certain information down.
Right. I think if it's information that can be jeopardize our security, that kind of stuff, anything like that. But I noticed they're trying to change laws to even what is posted, what can be posted, what information can be posted. Because right now our laws have not caught up with social media. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the police departments in certain cities, they're having a hard time with social media when freedom of speech. Hey, everybody, meet at this place, and there'll be 600-700 people at that one spot, and then gun violence begins. People be violated, and they're like, social media is causing a lot of problems.
So how do you police it?
How do you police social media, even for government?
But then do you want to police it? Because depending on who's in office, that's going to be the people policing it.
There's pros and cons, because I look at the China polices theirs. Russia polices there,
but we don't live in a.
I know, and I know it's good and bad. I
agree. I think that you shouldn't police it, but I also believe that I like when they write this information. Is like they'll put a thing on there that says, for information about coronavirus, go here. For information about the vaccine, go here, or pandemic. This information may not be true. This is opinion. Mm-hmm. Something like that. I think that's what you should do, versus having the president or his administration call and say, take it down.
Don't they do that?
Because again, it's always great when you're the one in power. Now let's fast forward. When there's somebody in office who thinks Christians are crazy. So now you put on your Facebook page, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And they administration call and say, I don't want anything on Facebook that talks about you have to believe in Jesus. Right. That nobody can go to heaven, but unless they go through him.
Right.
Don't put that on there. We don't agree with that.
Which is one reason why they took prayer out of school.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. See? So I don't think that he should be able, I agree with the judge. Biden should not be able to just say, that's false information. We don't agree.
Take it down.
But I do believe that social media should put something up there.
They do it with books.
Right. That says,
reference notes, footnotes. I got this.
Where did this come from? Yeah, this information comes from here. Mm-hmm. Is that is not a source that we use or that we have approved, or the government has not approved that source. Mm-hmm. So that's the same thing when they start doing us with the Bible. Mm-hmm. The government does not approve this source, but if you want to go ahead and read the Bible, go ahead.
You're on your own.
That's how I feel.
Because even in the Bible itself, when Paul was writing, Paul gave his opinion. He was really clear.
Right.
This is my opinion that you should marry.
Yes.
Because that means you got to now split your time with your God and whatever.
That's my opinion.
That's my opinion. The Holy Spirit didn't give me this to say.
Right.
So they probably should put rules and regulations of where these news media or whoever is writing these stories are getting it. But what if it's just people, personal stuff? Are they talking mainly with news media?
I think they're talking about they don't want the president or his administration to be able to get on the phone and call a social media site and say, take that down.
Okay.
That's misinformation.
It's not like what Trump is doing.
That's misinformation. Take that down. Mm-hmm. It's like, who are you to say why? And because you feel like it's misinformation. Again, put it up there,
fake news.
Put it up there, but also put some kind of thing that says
fake news,
that this came from blank blank or something.
That's Trump. Fake news.
Yeah. You can't do that.
You can't even do that.
I don't want him to do it either.
Thank you.
Because let's say replace Biden with Trump. Can he get on the phone and call Facebook and say, take that down?
That's fake news. Take it down.
No, neither one of them should be able to do that.
So that's true.
So I agree. So the Republicans are happy. They jumping up and down. They finally won something against Biden. Mm-hmm. And the Democrats are mad. Because that's a slap in the face for Biden. So they all, you know how they everybody's a two-party system.
Lord.
Okay, so that irritates me, but that's the latest on them.
Okay.
Now I saw this TikTok. We always try to do a TikTok of the day. Before our donkey of the day, who usually Charlamagne the God gives the donkey of the day. Mm-hmm. But this TikTok, you didn't see this one, did you?
I just, when you would play it, and I've heard a little
Somebody said this must be the head deacon who finally got his chance to do his